'68 Chevelle cooling system. This is a Frostbite crossover radiator, Holley, and as you'll see, the in and the out are both on the same side, which is just makes setting it up on an LS a bazillion times easier. And one of the things that I did to save some cost was, instead of buying the $185 fan shroud that I'd have to alter anyway because it's set up for 14-inch fans, which are a little small for what I have. I've got these Zircos, and so I decided to spend most of yesterday fabricating that myself. In hindsight, it did not make a lot of time management money sense, in that it really did take me all day. I have a homemade brake that I bent. I was not able to get the flange. As you see, there's two bends there in the corner, but I was able to get the large bend there, and that is just shy of a 16-inch thick stainless steel sheet that I had left over from a remodeling project. It was going to be a backsplash to a stove that a client ended up changing their mind on. So I had a big chunk of stainless sitting around, and it was a lot prettier before I got a hold of it. But ended up getting those bends in there, and then welded on the little flange. And then, of course, that puts in lots of heat and lots of distortion, and then lots of bending and hammering, and anyway. So it's a completely solid, sound fan housing. Fan shroud housing that is as strong as the $180 plus shipping. I guess it's not shipping with Summit, but it was funny. About midway through the day, I was like, maybe I'm gonna just order this thing. So I checked, and it wasn't available till mid-February. So I was like, okay, I'll just finish this. So I finished it and cleaned it up and drilled it and set it up for the fans, and so I'm happy. But there's the start of the cooling system. I will show more as we progress. Okay, well, the fan shroud looks a lot better once fans are on there. Little details. I have set up 4 studs here, and what those are, this is obviously the back side of the radiator, and the filler pipe and the pressure overflow sits right about here, and so those studs will hold these hold downs with a 1/4-inch drain pipe that actually will come around under the radiator, come back up on this side, and there'll be an overflow that sits on the back side that will be bracketed to the radiator not support, but the bracket that holds the radiator in place in the core support. So, but that's what those are there for. Okay, next section of work. Okay, we had a little sidebar there. What happened was the overflow tube also gets mounted to the fan shroud housing. So as I was fitting it into the car, I remembered, oh yeah, I've got to put these brackets together. So broke out some cardboard. I tend to save, boxes of that type of cardboard, cereal boxes. That's obviously a cracker box, but the cardboard relatively stiff, obviously, except for where there's folds, but it lays flat and works well for me making these little brackets. So made a couple of cardboard templates to just kind of get the idea in my head where I wanted them, and then used them, turned them into the brackets. And that's just mild steel, 16th, and roughed up. I'm going to paint those black, and then they are bolted to the fan shroud, and then hold the overflow tube right where it needs to be. All right, hang tight for more. Okay, fast forward a few hours, and the whole assembly is together, populated with hose, clamps, everything's locked down, brackets painted, and about to go in the car. Oh yeah, Frostbite. What I didn't mention, these guys, they come in lots of different fittings, and it comes with nothing. So when you buy the radiator, you're also buying the fittings for depending on what kind of hose sizes you need, and they add up. They're like $40-something each, and yikes. So it does make it turnkey, easy to do a swap radiator and have everything on that side, but it ain't cheap. So, all right, next time we see it, it'll be in the car, hopefully getting fluid. So here's the finished product with it installed, and the fluid is about to go in, and hoses are, lower hose is connected, upper hose I'll be feeding it in through the through that line. Yeah, so there's the overflow tube with the bracketry and set up right there. Bright shiny chrome cover. I don't know if I like that or not. And then there's the filler. So the only thing I have left to do on the cooling system is to make the connections on the fans and then on to the next thing. So thanks for watching.